Good morning, everyone. It's Amanda from Some Designs. And as you know, I love to help you simplify your office. And I'm back with another Southern tip. So this week, a question that has popped up a couple of times is, what is KPIs? And how do you track them? So that's what we're going to discuss this week. So I'll give you about 90 seconds for Facebook to pop on over and send the notifications out. But when you pop in, feel free to share this around to anybody who you think could get value from it. Hello, and say hello so I can say hi to you. I see we've got one person watching, so I can't. Once you say hello, though, I'll be able to say hello to you. In the meantime, though, hey, Lucia, it's Lucia, our gorgeous stylist. How are you today, Lucia? So today I'm going to be talking KPIs. So let's get this content on the go now. So KPIs, what are they? This is something that tends to confuse a lot of people. So basically what a KPI is, it's a key performance indicator. So what that means is it's an indicator of something. It shows whether something is performing better or worse in reference to something else. So in business, we have quite a few things that we might want to keep a track on so that we can see whether our business is performing as we expect or whether we need to make some changes to improve our business. So it's a basic definition of what a KPI is. So we need to maybe have a look at some examples. So I'm going to show you in a minute, I'm going to show you my KPI spreadsheet that I use for tracking my KPIs. So you can get an idea of the sorts of things that you may want to track. But before we do that, let's have a quick chat. Some of the things you may want to track are things like how well are your ads performing. So there's a thing called a return on investment or your conversion rate. Those sort of things you can track. I'll show you some other things to track in a moment. You can also track how many people are on your Facebook page, how many are on your Instagram page. The gorgeous Carolyn showed me a new app the other day for tracking your Instagram connection rate, so your engagement rate. So you can tell how well people are engaging with your content, so you can figure out whether you need to make some any changes there with that. So that's another great tip to look at. So there's all sorts of different things you can track. A big one that we like to track is the size of our email list, because when you've got a really good email list and a really connected email list, it actually becomes your first point of contact for people. And people have had that time to get to know you and trust you, so they're more likely to want to buy from you. So you've got to nurture your email list as well. So there are a few little things. So without any further ado, let me show you what I track, and you can see how I'm growing. So I'm going to just pop that up there and then just bring this. I need to have me up there because I don't think the sound works if I disappear completely. So we'll click that button. Oops, wrong button. Oh, Lucia, I love seeing how many people on her list. Yeah, Lucia's got an awesome list. I know how big Lucia's list. She's got an awesome list. Mine is still growing, but Lucia, you have knocked it out of the park, girl. You really have. So let me just duck over here and have a look. So the sort of things I track are how many people are on my email list, how many people on my Facebook page, on my ManyChat. Now, for those of you who don't know what a ManyChat is, it's basically a bot. A chat bot that you can have installed on your Facebook page. So you know when I send out every week the blog is live, that's my ManyChat bot sending that notification out to you. Or if I send you out the live on a Friday night saying I'll be live in 5 minutes, that's my bot doing that for me. So it's a great way for me to communicate with people en masse. So if you ever want to sign up for the bot, just let me know and I'll tell you how to do that. It's a great way of making sure you don't miss any notifications. Then you've also got Instagram, so you can track how many followers you've got. But for me, with Instagram, it's not how many followers you've got, it's your engagement rate. And what I'm doing now is working out what my engagement rate is. And then the next step for me working Instagram out is to work out how to turn that engagement rate into a working funnel so that it brings business to me. So that's something I'm planning on learning this year, and then I'll show you guys how to do it as well. So then when I do a Facebook ad, I track how many leads that generates. as in that's how many people does it bring to me? How many new names and email addresses does it add to my email list? So that's how many new leads you can see. So you can see it's grown quite a bit with the Facebook ads I've done. Then you've got your landing page. If you're not doing an ad, you've got landing pages, you've got thank you pages. So you can see on this landing page here, I had 235 people come to the landing page, and 179 of them clicked through to go to the next page, which is the thank you page. So you can see there that there's a reasonably good number of people who come to the first page who then go to the second page. So that you can see that the first page is working, and then you've got your next page, and then the next page after that, that takes the thank you page takes them to is a one-on-one booking. So this is how you can see how many. So you can see I've managed to have 5 one-on-one bookings this year from all of the different advertising campaigns I've run. So it's probably not the highest rate, but funnels are something I am still working out. It's a place to start. I'm at the starting point with that. So this is sort of the different things you can do and track. And then you can like your cost per lead. This is an important cost per lead and value per lead. They're important ones to take note of when you are tracking your ads, because if your cost per lead is greater than your value per lead, then you need something's not working. You've probably maxed out your audience. So this is why I've turned that ad off, and I'm in the process of tweaking it, ready to do a new ad, because that ad has run its course and it was starting to cost me money instead of making me money. So by tracking your KPIs, you can actually see when to do these things and get to understand all of that sort of thing a lot easier and a lot clearer. And then it becomes a picture. And then we go back over here. Whoops. Back over here, you can actually see I do it every week. So you can see when I first started tracking my email list was way back here in January. So with the course of the ads I've run over the year, you can see that I've now got my email list up to nearly 300, which for me is a fantastic improvement. It can be better. It can be loads better. But we all start somewhere, and we all got to work our way through until we get our understanding of how a marketing funnel works. And that's a subject for another day when I have fully grasped it myself, because I'm still learning how to do that. So, and I don't want to lead you up the garden path. So that's something there you can do as well. So you can see I've had a bit of growth on my Facebook page. It's not as dramatic as, say, the Instagram growth. The Instagram, in the last couple of months, I've actually doubled that. I have more or less doubled, actually more than doubled that. And with the help for this app that Carolyn suggested to me, I now know that I've got a 2.5% engagement rate on Instagram, which I believe the influencer rate is around 3%, but I would like to get it up well over 3% myself. So I'm working that out at the minute. So when I've worked that out, I can let you know how to do all of that too. So that's how you can track it. And all I do is a spreadsheet, just a simple spreadsheet, because you know me, I love my spreadsheets, a simple spreadsheet to actually just record the data. And then you might be wondering what all these yellow lines are. They're the last lot of data that I record for the month, which I then have come over to another spreadsheet where I can see at a glance a whole year. So I've got this is the whole calendar year for this year. So I can see by the time I get to December, I'll have a good idea of what areas are working and what areas aren't, and that will help me plan for next year. So it's really, really important to actually do your KPIs. So let me just come back over here and get rid of that for the moment. There we go. So we've had a good look at what you can track and how to track them. So if you've got any help, if you need any help at all, just simply comment "help me" below, and I will come and make sure I hook you up with a quick one-on-one chat, and we can get you started on collecting your KPIs, because they are important to your business. Without them, you may actually end up spending time and money in places that just aren't working for you. So this is a great way of knowing where to spend your time.